Welcome to the Montreal Forum. Now, the Pepsi Forum, this used to be the hockey arena and the big events, where all the big events happen, all the concerts, and the big events. And the seating in here was huge, but they've changed into a plaza when all the hockey and the events moved over to the bigger Bell Center. You didn't come here for a history lesson on Montreal architecture, did you? It was the 1st of November. They all always remember. Yes, I will. Because that was the day I saw Black Friday specials start popping up on my social media feed. Black Friday specials. 1st of November? Jumping the gun a little, aren't we? Well, yeah. But let's start at the beginning. For those of you who don't know where Black Friday comes from, Black Friday was originally designed after Thanksgiving. It became a thing to start promoting the holiday shopping season by starting it off with these crazy big sales. This was to, and I'm not kidding, train the public. Day after Thanksgiving, Christmas season starts. And get yourself shopping, get yourself shopping, get yourself shopping. It's meant to get you into the shopping mindset. This is verifiable. This is a concerted effort. It always was. The big sales get people in, and it's meant to drive that. But why am I telling you? Oh, and Black Friday, by the way, because Black Friday is the first day of the fiscal year where retail stores go from in the red on their ledgers to in the black. So Black Friday is where their ledgers become profitable. Or at least that's the idea. But more and more, companies have found themselves competing for less shopping dollars. I'll get into that in a second. But Richard, you talk about dating relationships. What does Black Friday have to do with any of this? Well, this year I bring you 3 lessons that we can learn from Black Friday. 1, desperation spells doom. What do I mean? Look, the fact that these ads and all of the Black Friday stuff keeps creeping up earlier every year, and it does. It totally does. It was the 1st of November when I started seeing these ads. It shows companies being desperate to grab as much of the market as they can as soon as possible, which shows a little bit of desperation. Now, that has a very salesy ick factor, especially when it's not something that's really relevant to you, where it's just like, we got a bargain for you, so yeah, but I don't care about that. We are at our core animals. So what can we take away from dating? We are at our core animals. Anything we are offered that isn't relevant to us, that isn't aligned with our interests, has a salesy or ick factor to it. And we don't want that, especially not when we're talking about relationships or dating. So, how do we get rid of the ick factor? Straight up. We make it relevant, and we come aligned. So the people we want to meet, we meet them where they are, no judgments. We meet them where they are. We make sure, this is where we make sure that we're aligned, where we are who we say we are. So that means that you have to come 100%, completely, totally, unapologetically authentic. And make sure that what you say you want, integrity is big here. What you say you want and what you're actually looking for, and that you know what you're actually looking for, line up. And if yours lines up with theirs, and then we can start to come together. But hands like this don't connect like this. We need to align. We need to come into alignment. So that's, and we smell desperation. So the second it smells like it's, the second it smells like a hookup, or like something's not jiving or something's not aligned, we're gonna suss that out real fast. Number 2, we all love a bargain. Well, of course we do. It comes back to the hunter-gatherer days when we would go out and we would bag something big and it's like, yeah, we got, we went out, we got mammoth. We got meat. We were successful in our hunt. We went out, we succeeded. That was big. The rush is huge. But when you go out and you hunt down that deal and you get it, yeah, you feel pretty badass because it's the exact same thing neurologically. There's something else that's true neurologically, though. Bargains are great. But it's also true, long term, that we don't get as much of a rush, but we value the things we have to work for, the things we have to save for, the things we have to struggle for, or the things we lose, we value so much more. And I don't have to tell any of you watching who have lost your loved one that we value time with our people way more than the average person. Because we know what it is to lose it, right? Right. So we value that more. So what does this mean for dating and relationships? Well, for dating, it means that it's going to take effort. It's going to take, you need to know what you're looking for. You need to be clear. You need to know what you value. You have to go out, put in the effort. Yeah, is it going to suck while you're doing it? Sometimes, yeah. Yeah, it's a whole process. And does it require, it requires patience more than anything else, because it requires the patience to not accept any substitutions or anything less than what you're looking for. Now, a caveat here, be careful about how viciously you filter out. Some people filter everyone out right off the bat because they're like, I've got my Santa's list of everything I'm looking for, and if you don't check off every box, no. You need to prioritize. Really be clear about what you're looking for. If things start aligning, figure it out. Allow for that initial alignment and figure it out as you go. It's worth it. All right. Number 3, you don't need to follow the script. Black Friday was set up as a script for us to follow. It's meant to create hype around the shopping season. It's meant to make us think about spending and everything retail and consumerism. And I'm not going to rail against consumerism here. I can a little, but I won't do it here. What I will say is when it comes to dating and relationships, there's a lot of scripts out there. Now, I have a video where I talk about the 1 year, wait 1 year and why, and I stand by that. However, I am also going to say that if you're doing it because you've decided to, that's one thing. There are a lot of scripts out there. Oh, you should be looking at marriage, or you should wait a certain amount of time. You should look at marriage. You should be looking to marry. You should be, you should be looking for the house and the, 2.5 kids and the dog and the white picket fence and the, the retirement together. And really? Well, what if I'm a weirdo who has the iguana who lives in an apartment and that's how I like it, and I want somebody who digs that? Yes, authenticity is good. Flip the script. You don't have. So it's hard to stand against the grain, but it's so worth it, because the second you start, ignoring the regular script and start writing your own because it's you and you're choosing it, and you're choosing to live authentically, and you're getting out there as you and not trying to blend in, fit in, conform. The second you get out there and start meeting your people because you're being unapologetically you, oh man, things get so much better, and you gain that freedom. You gain that freedom to write your own script, and I want that for you big time. It's so important. You don't, and as long as it works, as long as you find your person and it works for both of you, and you have separate places, or you have separate bedrooms, or you have unconventional pets, or as long as you each feel heard, respected, and valued, and you guys can align and come together, that's all you need. Seriously, that's it. So, getting beyond the hype, right? The conventional wisdom is that, dating sucks, relationships are hard, you have to work at it. And men and women don't, and you hear a lot on social media, oh, men and women don't need each other. I don't need no man, I don't need no woman, and that's bullshit. I call bullshit on all of it. And here's why. When you choose to write your own script, when you choose not to just fit in, right, you have other options available. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't take a lot of gall. It takes guts, it takes chutzpah to get out there and go against the conventional norm. It's true. But the right people, the right relationship, being heard, respected, and valued, and, putting in the work to not hard work, but making sure that you're both authentic and happy and, aligned. It doesn't have to be hard. Now, if you're kind of looking at this and going, yeah, man, I'm not sure about this. I'm not, it seems too hard, or I don't know. Hi, my name is Richard Struther. I am the widower's wingman, and I am here to help men find the most spectacular relationships after loss. Now, you can find me at thewidowerswingman.com. You can book a free call. It's not a sales call. It says 45 minutes. We're going to take the time we need to do this right. I want to meet you. I want to get to know where you're at, what you need, right, and get you to the right resources. And if that can be great, if it's not, I'm still going to get you to the right resources. So, this is about checking in and seeing where you're at and how to get there, right? Let's strategize that one. Like and subscribe if you want. I'd appreciate it. But more than anything, if you see this and it goes, hey, this would be helpful for somebody you know, please do share it. It's only useful to get into the hands of the people who need to see it. I will see you guys in the next video if I don't get the privilege of meeting you first.